That's a little better. Let's move stuff around a little bit, because this game looks weird already. Microphone, hello. Hello, Lazy. How are you today, my dear friend? Hope all is well. Edge of Eternity. This game is in early access. It costs $17.99 on Steam. Oh, what's up, Kuro? Hope all is well. Hey man, Lazy, you're talking to me, so I think you're all right. But yes, I'm trying this game, Edge of Eternity. It just was released on Steam. It's an indie JRPG, and we'll play for a little bit. If it's kind of whack, then we'll go straight to the regularly scheduled Witcher 3. If not, we'll ride it out and see what's up. But either way, let's get started.
30 years ago, strange metal airships appeared in our skies. We didn't know who they were, nor what they wanted. They first presented us with gifts, small tokens of their incredible
And of course,
technology.
Lazy, I can help you anytime.
In exchange, all they wanted was food. Then they asked us permission to mine our soils. And finally, they wanted to take our crystals from us. We refused. They answered with fire. A slaughter. The consort took into his hands to organize the resistance, recruit the people, band them together, train them to form an army capable of facing such an overwhelming power. At the price of many sacrifices, we finally broke through their defenses and managed to turn the tide. We were beginning to win this wretched war. That's when it struck. The corrosion. It quickly spread through our ranks, poisoning our bodies, twisting our limbs, warping us into some terrible caricature, half organic, half machine. But we wouldn't yield. Despite the fatigue, the sickness, the hunger. Then, I got a letter from my sister. She told me that our mother had caught the corrosion. What would you have done in my place? Yeah, I thought so too. During one of the Arcalites' most ferocious attack, I slipped my dog tags on someone else's body, and I slipped away. That's how I became a deserter. My sister and I were determined. We wouldn't leave our mother to die such a terrible death. But everything comes with a price.
This game does look cool. And yes, Lazy, I'll definitely do that.
Just our luck.
Whoosh.
Come closer, Darian. I can't hear you.
Okay. So right stick moves the camera, which is expected. But look at that, we're leaving some snow trail behind. What up, Red Dead?
If the
Okay.
storm keeps up, we won't make it to Hirelsor. We have to take shelter, Celine.
I know the perfect place for that. It's also a shortcut.
You can't mean... Well, that's just great. How much time do we have?
Okay, so start stuff, and that's fun.
She was stable when we left. I bought us some time. A few months, I think. After that, I fear the pain will be too much to endure. Even for her.
Let me know if you guys can't hear something, or if the chat, like the voice is too low. Maybe there can be like individual vocal settings. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah. Huh. Spoken languages are different too, you can do. Exactly. Grabbed yourself? So lazy, would you want me to say like, welcome to the Glass Empire, or welcome to the Glass Empire, or welcome
No.
to the Glass Emperor? Thanks, Kura, for the feedback.
Did you ever see someone die from the corrosion?
Yes. What about you?
Emperor.
Have.
No need to talk about it further then.
Even if she's putting on a brave face, I'm sure Mom's sickness must weigh heavily on her shoulders.
Come. The entrance is just over there.
Hmm.
You told me yesterday that we were going to Hiralsor. Is there some kind of cure to be found there?
Not exactly, but I have a trustworthy contact there with reliable information.
How trustworthy exactly?
I would trust him with my life.
I wasn't expecting such a dramatic answer.
And we just got a Steam achievement that says first steps, probably for doing that thing. Oh man. So this camera moves real aggressively. Super. Which I might need to turn down the sensitivity on that right stick camera. But movement seems okay. Got a walk animation that slowly turns into a run animation. Like, well, I can do this. Probably isn't optimal, is it? That's not a way to speed run, that's for sure. Okay.
So, Darian, how does it feel being back here after all these years?
A little anxious. I wonder if it is still around.
Ah, I know who you're talking about.
Really? That thing alone killed half of the miners who worked here. Where
Hey,
did I get
Cooper.
this stupid idea I could avenge them all by myself?
Don't forget the part where I come to the rescue.
No chance I could forget that, especially with you around to remind me.
Yeah, and it's of course fair to keep in mind this game is early access and released in early access today. And they've already had like a 130 megabyte patch since I've had it today, so yeah. There's gonna be pickups. Pushing the healing ally. What's this? Save it. Check something real quick. I want to make sure that this is a reasonable resolution. It's like this game is at a really high resolution on actual gameplay. I just want to make sure it looks smooth on stream. I'm waiting for myself to start spinning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's alright. Not too hitchy. Alright.
This strip sure takes me down memory lane.
Isn't that?
My old wooden sword. Yes. I had to drop it during our escape, remember? Celine, watch out! If I can't find a way, I'll make one.
Alright. Gene from Bob's Burgers. I don't know if that's true, Lazy. This way might be being unfair to you. Alright, first steps in Edge Eternity battles. Enemy status, course life bars, and an ATB gauge like your regular Final Fantasy type. During an action gauge, the ATB bar is replaced by the cast bar. So I guess there's a time between the time that you choose an action and the time it actually executes. Action bar. ATB bar fills with time. Speed depends on the character statistics, as expected. When a bar is full, the character or the enemy is able to attack or use a spell. So it seems like something that'd be pretty obvious. Attacking during battle, press left trigger to open the actions interface. Select attack with the A button. Now search on a price, select an action on the action bar and for target an enemy to inflict damage. Over. Now we both have our eyes on it. It's definitely the first day of early access, but it looks exciting, so definitely have to check it out. I think it's $17.99 on Steam right now. So if I want to do a right trigger action, okay, I don't want to skip turn. I'd like to A attack. This burn. You or an enemy receive damage. Skills in action often deal damage to entity. When the entity's HP reaches 0, the entity will be KO'd until the end of battle, or until they are resurrected with a specific item or spell. Right, Kuro? This game totally looked like it was about to be like more time-based, but I guess not. Like more real-time. Seems to be fully turn-based. You know, I'm fine with it, but it just surprised me. I really wish that this camera wasn't on these guys though, like we're closer to our guys. Maybe there's a way to, yeah, left bumper, right bumper, I can rotate. Here we go. Not bad. I wonder what the incentive would be to advance time. It's probably like gonna be some sort of charge or something. Yeah, like that, like the real ATB where the time is always ticking. This is like even slower than stop ATB. See if you have any spells. So you don't have any spells. I can do a potion. I'm interested to see why they decide to use like this method of spell selection rather than just like your regular list like you might usually see. But I mean, maybe this is quicker, it seems like RT, right trigger A, so sort of quicker. Do you have any spells? Nope. For a gauge that doesn't really matter that much so far, they sure do make the ATB gauge really big. This one right here by my finger, like massive. And that little one right here, oops, going in 3-dimensional motions. Above there's the health. Kind of odd. So it looks like we have some sort of a relationship between ourselves and our weapon. That's interesting. And a bell rating at the end to make us feel sad as the game gets more difficult.
You okay, Celine?
A bit surprised, that's all. I didn't expect that these mines would still harbor golems after all these years.
And they're just as ferocious as before. It's a good thing you already knew how to use magic, else we wouldn't be here to talk about it.
And on top of that, I was the one who dealt with Mom afterwards.
What can I say? You're a saint, Celine.
It is Stardust, it is. Also, our main character looks like Noctis, but if like Noctis got a little taller but also stayed up at night all the time but didn't sleep enough. Yeah, it definitely is. I would say so, based on my definition of what that means in 2018, which I don't even know now that I'm thinking about it. Characters can earn experience and level up to increase their statistics. Shows their XP meter up there, so yep, you got a rating system of how good you do and battle reward. Oh, weird maximum 2 items. Get equipment, crystals, or consumables. The battle duration used to calculate the combat rating, so kind of like in Final Fantasy 13, how you can get a battle rating based upon that sort of stuff. But yeah, like sort of how fast you defeat enemies and things like that. Let's see the crucial thing in this kind of game. I mean, the equipment screen is always important, but I guess we don't have it yet. Does he run weird? Kind of weird. Yeah, it's got a special run too. I'm not upset by it. I don't know, I really like doing this. Just that slight movement, just slipping around. And that's what this is all about. Just no step movement. And apparently they're also putting a Twitch extension in this game. And extension, I think they might have just patched it.
The crystals worked anyway. I mean, I learned how to use them, harness their power and all that, but as for the source of their powers, beats me.
Weren't you instructed in the way of the crystals during your military training?
We were expected to fight, not ask questions. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound bitter.
Do you want to talk about it? The front lines, I mean.
Maybe another time, if you don't mind.
He absolutely does not want to talk about it.
Explain the crystals to me.
Okay, equipping crystals. Speak of the devil, equipment. You can loot crystals during... Corey, you're exactly right. Like, that face structure in the nose, the skin tone, and everything. Michael Jackson. You can loot crystals during quests and battles. These crystals can be slotted onto a weapon to unlock spells or improve your character's statistics. One crystal is linked to a single weapon, not to the character. So let's read that again. That seems significant. You can loot crystals during quests and battles. These crystals can be slotted onto a weapon to unlock their spells or improve your character's statistics. So like an augment on a weapon, kind of. Either like that gives you a stat boost or an ability boost. Exactly. Always be singing lazy. Open the main menu and select the crystal tab. Okay. Cool. So why is the key button here? This menu doesn't look bad. It has a different look than what you might usually see, but seems cool. So so I guess these things are weapon specific. Increase physical damage by 1%. So if so it looks like these crystal locations are like driven by what weapon you're using or have equipped. So I guess when you're done with whatever weapon and you might find a better one, you're gonna unequip this, and then put it into your new weapon. Unless like those crystals get outdated really quick, which, always possible. Justice. I'd imagine they're probably gonna put like item descriptions and stuff like that underneath those stats. What's a crystal? You used Fire Rift on the energy wall. But why do we do that? Also, what's Fire Rift? So I guess it's like a fog wall like Dark Souls.
To think this sad piece of work haunted my nightmares for years.
You sound disappointed.
Yeah, he's smaller than I remembered him. Uglier, too. Hey, isn't he wounded?
father's don't seem to have been kind on him. But don't let your guard down. I don't want to have to take another blow for you.
Remember us, creep? 10 years I've been waiting for this.
Ooh.
This kind of feels like deja vu.
So
It's badly worn out. We can do this!
Its magic is almost completely depleted. It is holding up by the sheer strength of its will.
So these are just like the same model at two different sizes, right? Let's fireball it since it has the least health. There we go. Oh man. Hey Kiki, go ahead and lurk on. I appreciate it. So there's the cast time that we've been thinking about earlier. We're correct that that red represents the time between the time that you take your action and the time it's executed. Oh, let's see what happens here. Did I not cast? Destiny 2. That's a good game. So let's try this again on you. Oh, I see. So she got attacked and it knocked her out of her attack mode. At least she got immediately next turn, so I guess I'll have to kill those bad guys to kill them off. You know, too bad, like 2 times in this fight, I've confused the ATB gauge and the health gauge. You, I want you. But it looks like they want me to use the magic move on this bad dude. And bad dude's not going to let me get it off because little boys are going to attack me, so might as well kill these little boys first. And I wonder if I was supposed to maybe equip those. Lurking like a stalker. Kiki, I really appreciate that stalk and lurk. So I guess I must have to equip the health potion, or maybe the other character has it. Okay, so let's try that, and there we go. Cool. Some of the visual language is kind of tough to tell, but that's probably pretty expected. I'm sure plenty of people are going to complain about that. Ouch. I like the look of this game though. It looks very clean and apparently has relatively high requirements on the power side for your PC, but it will be released on consoles from my understanding. Only made for about 9 people though, so I hope they keep scope in mind. Really? Do it again. This time, don't hit me, dude. Come on, Celine. There we go. We hated that, so that's good. I don't think you can kill with 73. Yeah, he can't kill Celine like that. Boy, our boy Darian is much faster than Selena is. If she does it now, she's gonna get knocked out of it, almost certainly. Yep. Oh, JRPG combat results screen, the paying around the character. Game is making all the right moves. Leather armband. Also, were her feet clipping through the ground? Just wondering.
Put that episode behind me. Now, all we have to do is cross the Krog Forest, and we'll reach Hiralsor in the.
Don't be so eager to change the subject, Darian.
A
Even if we
dystopian.
destroyed that creature,
Also, where are these
still only
subtitles?
life.
Oh, come on. That was a long time ago. It's history now.
It
Is that
feels
so?
unfinished. It's
Should I remind you that because I saved
so
your
far
life,
really
Mom
good
rolled out my
looking,
powers and sent me to the cloister
but
against my will?
you know, it's just it doesn't have that polish. You
Years of
can't tell yet that it's only made by 9
Say
people
that.
though. But I've only been playing for about 30.
What? Is that good enough for you? Can you let it go now?
The thing is, Cora, they were on earlier.
Sorry. I'll let it go. I won't bring it up again.
That's the weird thing.
I'm just saying you owe me your life. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, right now, like, I think it's discounted to $17.99, and that seems okay, especially considering that, from my understanding, they're not planning on a full release until 2020. So, I mean, you're gonna get what you pay for. I wouldn't, if you're willing to come back to it and keep check up on it, but you'll miss things like the ability to move like this, just ever so slightly move without moving your feet and just walk. Yeah, Cora, it's weird, right? Like, the subtitles were definitely on, but then they stopped being on. Just for that one scene. And, like I said, it's just signs of it being in early access and kind of getting their druthers straight. And it was only released in early access today, so. But to your point, Dystopian, I think I like it. I mean, so far I like the aesthetic. I think it looks good, and that's important. It looks like a real, real thing game, and they have plenty of time to work on it. As long as you're not in a rush. I mean, I wonder if at the end of the whole cycle in, I guess, a year or so, I mean, they'll be releasing a much higher part. That move would, like Cora, that move would be impossible to do in real life, unfortunately. Alright, so we can equip stuff. You just received gloves for Darian. Select Darian's tab. You can loot equipment during quests and battles. This equipment affects your character statistics when equipped. Open the main menu and select the equipment tab. Click on the glove slot to open the list of gloves available for Darian. Oh, thank you for the follow, Dystopian. I really appreciate it, my dear friend. Surprisingly, this game is also fully turn-based. I think me and Cora were both surprised by that simple fact. It's like, wow, this is like completely turn-based. It kind of looks like there might be more action, and it's not even an active gauge like in your Final Fantasy 7s or 8s. They do have an ATB gauge, which is representative of some things, but you can definitely take your time with it, which I actually always appreciate. Gloves. Alright, we did it. Let me get something for her. Inflicts a 2-hit combo on enemies, so these crystals represent your abilities, which appear to be weapon specific. I'm not sure how that's going to work out in the long term, but we'll find out. But yeah, I also mentioned that they're going to have there's Twitch integration into this, where I guess you can have observers make votes to unpack the actual game itself, which seems interesting. I don't want to flee. Let's try this. So you can see on the screen here again that we're kind of selecting menus based on your trigger movement, left trigger, right trigger. and pressing the appropriate button, either D-pad or face button. So with that, let's attack this Dunron. Oh wow, that was one had to move. That was all it did. I'm definitely not in love with this camera. I am Sweezy. This game is interesting. It's good. It's definitely early. You know, it's got a feel to it. It definitely feels early though. $17.99 on Steam right now. I wouldn't be upset with it, but depending on where you put your dollars, like, you know, how much money that is to you, it may or may not be worth it. But it's a long-term thing. As I said before, like, this game is probably not going to release till 2020. And it's still very early alpha access, so wait around maybe. But it feels good. The combat feels like you'd expect, so I got no hate on it, that's for sure. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm gonna stick with it for a bit at least to see where it goes. And regardless, I'm sure I'll check back on it at some later point through its development. Of course, I'm so easy. I really appreciate you stopping by. Let's see. Let's try his magic move. You are now casting a spell. Well, now they give me this tutorial. That's tough. Like, I play... Oh, sorry. First, the PC, I play a good amount of games on PC, but I also do PS4, PS3, you know, whatever the console is. Like, generally tonight I would play The Witcher 3 on PC. But this popped to my wish list, so I wanted to check this out. But yeah, I pretty much play anything, anywhere, you know, generally RPGs. And they haven't said, I don't believe, how much they are open up like a small portion of the full world. But again, you know, that kind of depends on the rate of iteration, because it's likely that they'll, you know, give you a small chunk, but then over time be giving it out to you. Honestly, a JRPG, or at least an RPG like this in early access, seems kind of weird, because those tend to be so heavily story-based that, you know, if you adjust that part of the way through, you may just end up having to restart your game all over, and these games can, of course, be like hundreds of hours if they're good. I don't know. We'll see. But again, $17.99, I mean, I don't know. If it's worth it, then it's worth it. I mean, the chances are, like, you might spend more than $17 when you go to the store and, like, buy a meal for yourself and your, I don't know, pet or something. You probably don't buy that stuff from the same place, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and I hope that they've, like, already written out the story and they're just implementing, like, the, you know, the details of it. Oh, Sky Knight, yes, I would absolutely recommend Shadow Hearts. That game is so special. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sweezy. I really appreciate it, my dear friend. Or certain I do. Yeah, Shadow Hearts, I like that game. That game has great pacing. The voice is like oh, she's doing the little eternal moonwalk right now. That game has great pacing. That game has interesting characters. But mostly, again, I really have to emphasize, it has really good pacing compared to your typical JRPG game. And of course, there's the sequels and all that, which is fine. But that first Shadow Hearts game, PS2, if you can get it, it's good, but it's kind of costly now, I believe. Of course, you can always emulate it. I won't tell anybody. I ain't no snitch. Tips. This game is, oh wow, it's on PSN, Sky Knight? I did not know that. Dude, I went and ordered a physical copy and paid like $50 for it. But tips, this game, what do I think of it? I think it's good. I think it's worth $17 to me. If it's worth You know, the world seems pretty well lived, and the combat system is surprising,
Won't enjoy this.
but it seems pretty straightforward. I mean, the full release apparently not till roughly 2020, so you're looking at a long duration if you're looking for a finished game. But, you know, being able to input on the actual development and all that stuff can likely be meaningful to some people. I'm gonna stop this, see if I can interrupt this attack. Yeah. You have been interrupted or interrupted. You know, the thing is, they interrupted me earlier. They did not give me this tutorial. It does. Like, the graphics look really good. But let me tell you, from my understanding, these requirements are pretty high. I recently upgraded my computer with the, and you can see the details below in the info of what I have. Like, this tutorial also needs to leave the screen. But I'm running this in like 3840 by 2160 on everything, and I have like a 1080, and it runs pretty good. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, like, these requirements for the PC version are pretty high. Though my understanding is that they're also going to come out with a PS4 version and a Xbox One version, so maybe properly scaled. But yeah, it definitely looks really good. It kind of lets you know how, I guess, must be inexpensive now to make good looking games, if that makes much sense. Tools must be getting really good for developers, because while you can see like the game looks good, like the details, like for example, when I do this attack, I'm gonna wait for Dre. Actually, yeah, if you see them coming back, they're almost always clipping through the ground and stuff like that. Like the little details and polish, you know, that comes from having like a million people developing for your game. You can tell they aren't. It's not really there yet. So Lee needs to get healed, but like you'll see a lot of clipping and a lot of stuff like that. So you know the assets are good, but that's where the polish and the lack of time, I guess, so far is kind of shines. Let's see if I can do fire type Pokemon attack on this dude. Will we get there? Yeah, attack me, son. Don't you dare. Alright, cool. I sure hope there's like a... Oh no, it's actually, you know what? That's a good question. I'm gonna check. Yeah, I'm gonna check the actual download size here. Just use 50504, browse local file. Yep, 5.38 total gigs on my Steam app drive. So 5.3, like, you know, that's not much. There might be like the initial downloads 2.5, maybe they do some installation, but everything uncompressed and in the folder that's playing right now, 5.38. Yeah, no, it's like, exactly, like that's like nothing. I downloaded Destiny today, and Destiny is 60 gigs. Of course, Destiny is made by like 1 million people. This game is made by 9. Count them, 9 people. What up, Punch? How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. I feel like I haven't hung out with you in a long time. It's on me, man. That's on me. But yeah, you can see the clipping. Like, you know, his feet are constantly clipping through the ground. Darian's are. And, you know, like I said, early. Punch, that's not how your work should work. And when you were here, I wasn't there. I wasn't there for you, Punch. Interceptor, hello. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, that's a good one. I keyblade you. Interceptor, that is the best emote. And it is so timely. So timely. Dark, of course I'm doing the dang thing. I always do the thing. I just try to get like you. This game is End of Eternity. It is an early access alpha, according to the top left corner here. Alpha version 1.167. And yeah, they're apparently Just released this day on Steam. What is this? What have they done? What is this thing they're doing? It's a JRPG, well, JRPG type game, I guess. Made by about 9 people according to the Steam page. Super early access. And I guess it won't really be fully released. Expected to 2020. Finishing move. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what this is. Like, they just kind of like, so I wonder if am I supposed to be able to move? All I know is there's like a possibility. I mean, I can move, so. Oh, all right. Okay, so this is another thing. They didn't quite mention that.
I feel nothing.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing I moved. Let's use a resurrects on this dude. He did. Okay, well, we learned something new. Good thinking, though, Kuro. I didn't even realize that there's like that element to it. So that's actually very interesting. Now that there's the strategy, kind of a tactical layer to some degree. I mean, that could lead to some pretty interesting gameplay dynamics. Now that is exciting. Ah, Sky Knight. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's a good game, but it's kind of hard to come by. Sky Knight was asking about Shadow Heart's Punch, seeing if it's good, and I had to tell him yes, that game is quite good. Because it is. That's a pretty good game. But again, you know, I mean, these days you can get a PS2 for pretty inexpensive on eBay. So a fight this done, nah, I don't care. Let's keep moving the stuff forward here. What is that? Oh. Okay. I said a PS2 is inexpensive. That particular PS2 game, Shadow Hearts, is expensive. Yeah, I did. I have 1 and 2, and 3 is actually really expensive. Relatively expensive. I told you, Punch, I'd mail them both to you. But exactly, Kuro, like... You bring up a perfectly good point, Kuro, about Legend of Heroes. Yeah, I did learn that. Hard thing.
If I can't find a way, I'll make one.
Oh wow, Xenosaga. That is a good series of games as well. If you're looking for a turn-based sci-fi, you know, don't let the Punchington in here. The Punching talk about it though. He loves that series. He has plenty of gameplay of that on his Twitch channel. And he's super knowledgeable about it. But that's that Xenosaga game, that series. You know, I'm not even gonna say anything because I almost said the wrong thing immediately. So, well, Dark, we know what you'd say. So let's try moving. I guess from here we can move him, right? Or Darien. Move him to this location where he might be able to attack, and maybe that box protects her. So I guess this is the way that we mitigate the them being able to quickly interrupt your magic attacks, is by actually moving characters around, which is again kind of neat. You ever see critical damage from behind or inflicted on an enemy? Physical attacks dealt from behind an entity will do double the damage. When moving in battles, entities will face the direction in which they moved, and their backs will then be exposed to critical damage. I like you, Punch. You're a good dude. So let's see. I wonder if we have any attacks that will do group damage. Nope. So let's just mash on one of these guys. And see if she can. Oh, so too far. Well, no, not too far for a spell. Oh. Tasted vaguely of. That's not a very good beer. Boy, they sure are healing. Is it? So I wonder if this item here that they're staying on is actually a healing thing. They haven't given me any like tutorial, but I mean, it seems that they're getting healed by something. And last I checked, like these boars don't innately have magic. Let's try. Yeah, so they're standing on that. Is there a way for me to destroy that, or I just have to beat them up while they stand and get healed the whole time? Because that seems like a bad course of action. But we do have magic. So maybe if we move further back and draw them away from their healing location, then they'll maybe be forced to move. Uh-oh, Darion. Maybe. And we'll see if we can actually target. No, we can't target that thing. Yeah, I mean, exactly, Bunch. Or sorry, Dark. You guys aren't the same people. It's Ozzy and Punch are the same. So let's take it further back and see what happens next. So he's staying back to get healed. Cool. So those guys are not very bright to know that they probably shouldn't walk away from that. What's okay? So we're showing that we have even more space that I guess is inside this rock. Doesn't seem like an optimal place to move, but let's see if it actually is going to show up. Yeah, so they blocked it. Well, actually, she wouldn't be able to get there either way. Alright, so we got this dude. I think we can kill with some magic. I should have known that was going to happen. So now I wonder if we can just kind of run by them and take their place. Okay. What an interesting mechanic this thing is having. Okay, so he's gonna attack there, so that means don't be there, I guess, is the answer I would say. Oh, are you guys talking about that 4X? I do like that you can move around though. I think that's going to add something to something. But it looks like they're trying to charge and I don't see where the attack's going to happen. Oh, and sorry, Corey. Yes, I completely agree. It'll be cool to watch a game get developed. Like going through that story. That would be really cool. Okay, so let's move here and see if I get heals now. Yeah, what's up? Right. Who gets the heals now? Mr. Cunningham gets the heals. Hehehe. Ooh. Also might be about to be Mr. Dead. Let's use another potion and start really blasting them from the butt. Ole, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate your time. Playing this new game here that seems actually pretty promising. Adding the tactical layer to the turn-based combat, it's not bad. Not a bad idea at all. Now let's keep bashing. I should have known. Oh, Interceptor, favorite game ever. That's a intensely challenging question. Cora, we all need to make sure we keep in mind the importance of gum and teeth health. So I appreciate you bringing it up. It's not random, it's timely. It's a timely message. Keep your teeth and gums protected from the disease gingivitis. Let's see, Frozen or Frozone. I like ozone. I like that. Frozone. Traditional so far. It seems pretty traditional. We've gone from place to place. It's not been open yet, but again, we're still pretty early. We've been playing this for a little under an hour. So it's still pretty tight, kind of still giving you some sporadic tutorials. And on top of that, you know, with the early access version, the nature of this being an alpha, I mean, I don't know. It's still got a lot to do as far as being polished. So I don't even know if like at any point during this early section there will be any openness, but we shall see. But I mean, you know, it's 2018. JRPGs, they tend to be open world at some point, where you're going around doing quests, you know, killing rats in chef's basements and all that stuff. Probably just a matter of time. Get away. So, did that step far enough away so I can do magic yet, or is this going to turn again? Well, I'm glad, Kuro. It's probably too late for you right now over in Belgium, right? To be going out and getting toothpaste. Look at that, the JRPG pan. They're like, that rating was okay. Yeah, so this game has, of course, your rating system like your Final Fantasy 13s and stuff like that, or your Assassin's Creed game at the end of the mission. I think some of those used to have that. But yeah, you can tell like there's animations that you'd expect to see that aren't there, like the crouching to open a treasure chest, and generally these days you don't get this so much. And I think it's all just is polish, and I'm fine with this not being here at like, you know, alpha in the game. Look, I can see his teeth now. That's creepy. I'm less happy about being able to see his gums. See, gum health is important, or you're correct, because you might get somebody clipping into your face. Before you know it, you're just looking at all the enamel and all the gums and ugh. Corey, you are a better man than me to be able to stay up this late. Stay up late at midnight. Midnight, Mr. Cunningham is asleep. So let's see, I got a new crystal, I believe. Maybe. Yeah, alright, so increase physical defense by 3%. It says slot available for new crystal, but I don't have the crystal itself. But how do I know if I have something for it? Hello, Stardust. I don't like those eyes. Or you're correct. Like this group of people that, you know, we all watch each other's streams and hang out. So cool. Like super chill. So supportive, and like nobody's ever gross or anything like that. Which is always a problem. You're gonna go to somebody's stream and you're afraid, oh no, are they gonna be gross? Are they gonna start saying gross stuff all the time? But no. No grossness here. So we got these armbands and some crystals. We got this red gemstone, increase the speed of an ally. So I guess I can look through the inventory here. Select crystals. I'm a red gemstone. No, I have. Go through here and I guess find the appropriate ability if this weapon has it. This system is still kind of strange to me. So I guess you have to have the appropriate matching crystal holder for which is weapon specific for the crystal that you might find.
The bridge is down. No way to cross. Well, I should be able to make a makeshift bridge with one of the trees.
I woke up in beef
That is going to
mode.
take forever.
Have a better idea?
Let me check it out.
These are old military devices, Celine. Abandoned a few decades ago. They're no good anymore.
They were powered by crystals, weren't they? If left alone for a few years, even depleted crystals can recover a little bit of energy. Let me try to tap into it.
Yeah, Dark. I was thinking that was like the sphere grid too, except for, you know what? Actually, I think you might be completely correct, because if you think about the sphere grid, you also had to have those ability items and like the stat items, the appropriate item to fit the slot. I think where the difference is the number of different, your theoretical ability sphere thing is like 10. Exactly. Yep, you got it. See, Dark, this is why you're the rules man. You know the rules. You follow these mechanics. You pick them up so quickly. Thanks for setting all the rules in Discord. Is this an action? Oh, I should probably examine this. I don't know what that, like, that crazy blue streak across is, but press left trigger on the open actions interface. So now they're telling me about moving. This is a little off-timed, right? Like, I've definitely been moving, and not only that, they have had attacks that would definitely kill me. Man, Frozone, you are in the right place. If you have a Trails in the Sky appreciation, because that's a great series, and I'm going to be playing through. I've already finished the first one, playing through the second chapter now. I will play the third one, then it's going to straight to the Trails of Cold Steel, which I already have on PS3 ready to go, locked and loaded, baby. Goro says he's going to help me, so I'm not terrible anymore like I am right now. So they have the moving and combat thing though. Yeah, this is like crazy, because those boar definitely did a move that would have automatically killed me, and we had to figure out that you could move. But then they're like, oh, do this. And it's like, all right, well, thanks for that late timing, and my guy got killed already though. Or maybe they're explaining this. I don't know what this is. Are we battling this machine? Or maybe they didn't expect me to attack people on the way here. Is this just like a movement puzzle? I have questions. What is going on right now? Okay. Thank you, Frozone. I really appreciate that follow. I look forward to you joining us through all kinds of amazing games. And just generally being chill cat that you are. So, what does this game want me to do right now? Move here? So I guess this is the movement tutorial, is what I think I'm picking up here. Nope. Do I attack? Am I like just slow right now? Like I'm missing something? I'll have somebody move back. Okay. I don't have any like sort of command. Maybe I will move back towards the little machine thing right there. Maybe that'll lead to a thing. So can you do an action in here? Everybody just needs more wood. Interceptor, that's all it is. Skip a turn. Yeah, okay. I know what skipping turns means. Got that. So I can't. Yeah, I think that might be a good thing to try. I mean, because I have this one here. I mean, I just like make everybody walk away and like, well, this is not something we're gonna figure out. Okay, so I'll advance time. Because that's the right way to actually view it, Beef. You're correct. That's all sphere grid is. Let's skip this turn and try moving him here. So, what actions do I have? Well, I can skip turn, move. I can use a potion to resurrect. What do they want me to do? I'm sure it has something to do with this gauge on the left now that I'm looking. Now, now that I've looked, now that there's that gauge on the far right, or I guess your left side of the screen. So what happens if I do that and I move? Doesn't look like anything happens. I'll wait here. I could have. Yeah, you know what? I'm fine with that. I think, Cora, you said that we should probably split, and maybe before I had them standing on like the same blue one or something. I don't know. You mean Iron Man's Settlers of Catan in Iron Man mode? I mean, we all agree though that was a real dumb puzzle. That's like not a great way to establish a mechanic. You can loot crystals during quests and battles. These crystals can be slotted onto a weapon to unlock spells or improve your character's statistics. One crystal is linked to a single weapon, not to the character. There you go. So that's staying it clear again. One crystal is linked to a single weapon, not to the character. So you're going to be adding or removing crystals from weapons. A little bit of management, but maybe you just don't get that many weapons. Open the main menu and select the crystal tab. You just receive a crystal for Celine's weapon. We have seen this. Let's do it. Except first for a Darien, not crystal. Ember of Strength will increase physical damage by 1%. And now we have, I guess, 2 of them. So magic +1 and +5 attack, haste, and incantation speed, which seems important because you get interrupted if you get touched by the wind. Let's save it. So we have been playing for a total of 54 minutes. Get out of here.
I won't back down.
So that's really interesting, like how they decide to grid out. I guess the whole world must be gridded out because like that treasure chest is there, for example. So you can actually, it's like kind of design your attack around the actual, you know, the location that you're playing around in at the point of actual impact, which is neat. If there's more stuff like that blue crystal we saw that was giving healing off to those boar, then that could really lead to some heavily advantaged or disadvantaged attacks. It really does remind me a lot of Final Fantasy 13 in that way, where with the right shroud you can literally change the entire face of a battle. Go in there already with Brave and or Protect and Shell on, and it's only gonna be cake work. Or getting that butt, as I like to call it in Final Fantasy 13, where you get a preemptive attack and can, you know, boost up the stagger gauge really high. Really, and I don't, and generally speaking, I don't enjoy that. All right, Beef Mode. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Sorry we couldn't chat as much tonight. What is she worshiping now that's lending her strength? Treyarch? Does she call upon Call of Duty. Treyarch, lend me your strength for this particular. Let's move you. Well, not there. I wonder if one of those other guys fell into the area, if they would get hurt. And this game actually reminds me of Radiant Historia with the way that you can move people. I wonder if similarly to that game, they will have moves that actually push people or push your enemies into different locations. You know, so like right now, like, yeah, I'm standing in the right place, but if one of the characters has a move that will maybe move you one hex over to the left and then automatically make me into that, you know, like a combination attack. That'd be kind of neat. Oh, Radiant Historia, by the way, a great game. I think they released a remastered version on 3DS last year that I purchased and played that game through for the first time, and it's good. I wonder what that thing was thinking it was going to do in that red space for the past 45 turns. It's kind of hung out there, like maybe it's going to do something, maybe not, but it sure didn't do anything. And now that I'm thinking about Xenoblade, like you do from time to time, think about Xenoblade. I'm playing through Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and I have to say I really like that game a lot more than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Once again, I don't want to throw shade at Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think that's a great game in its own right, but I think that the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 tone is so good, and I'm kind of surprised the way they went with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But anyway, that was just good talk to have while having a long battle. Oh, always more Fae Interceptor. Always be Fae. ABF 2018 means always be Fae. Every bad guy is Fae. If you're in a Xeno game, you are a Fae. What does this do? It's Love Punch. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have nearly as much experience with the Xeno series. Xenoblade Chronicles. So, oh man. So, let's see if I can explain the Xenoblade or Xeno series. Xenoblade. I thought that was intentional to attack Punch Interceptor. No, you did great. Punch, you did a good job. You explain it well. That's why I want to make sure that if I try to explain Xenoblade series to anybody, that I do a good job. So maybe I was just like, if you want to explain what it is, Punch, feel free, because you know what? I'm not going to do it. But roughly like 4 games total. 3, 5, 6? No, that's not true. Chronicles X1 or Chronicles X2 Xenogears. That's 4. I don't know. I can't count them on stream. But long story short, Koro, yeah, it's a series. Ooh. So I wonder if that, because they're standing next to that thing that looks like maybe it's conducting lightning, is that possibly what the weakness was created from?
Take this.
Yeah, Kuro, actually, a lot like that, except for people have a lot of love for the Legend of Heroes franchise. And I don't know if people give Xenoblade and the Xeno series in general enough love. I think Legend of Heroes lately, especially in the past 2 years or so, I think that series gets quite a bit of love. People just like suddenly discovered it because they got sick of Final Fantasy games. All right, enough of these random battles. We see how the battle system works. It seems fine. Is this where you keep your treasure chests? Oh, great. I hope they give me a anti-self-destruct potion, so when people start self-destructing, I can just like not have to worry about that. Yeah, oh yeah, Faye from Xenogears is also Faye from all Xeno games.
Do the Anzid ask for permission before soaring?
I hate it when you answer a question with a question.
What just happened? Oh man. So you were there from you were a day one, Kuro. Well, not day one, but probably day early. So am I... Okay, so I'm just attacking these things. Is miss the verb you want to use, or the noun, or whatever term you want to use for that? Did we miss? Let's try magicking it.
Take this!
I will commend your soul to the gods.
Okay, so that's what they want you to do. This game has made some strong choices. Don't say failures like that. I mean, we are 48 flavors of it, but I'm very excited to have those in there. I was wondering how you do that, because none of our emotes show up in there. Or at least mine didn't. Not automatically. Skip it.
By the will of the gods.
Oh, really? We have to make a turn to get out through the door? Man, they're really proud of that tactical thing there.
Why does that name ring a bell?
It was a race of gigantic birds. They used to attack the Arcalites' airships, so the Arcalite...
Right.
Oh, for sure, Core. We'd be very happy to have you in there.
I remember now.
It's about as chill as our stream. We all just talk all the time. Pretty much always about video games and stuff, too. Man, Punch. I just remember how bad you broke me down when you said a comment about Vasha Stampede in the trails in the trail stream. I've been looking at pictures of Vasha Stampede on like my own time, like on my own idle time, and just like, yeah, that's him. It's Father Kevin. So they're giving me the tutorial on always start with a bigger crystal. Click it. Okay, let's read this because this seems different. You can loot crystals during quests and battles. These crystals can be slotted onto a weapon to unlock spells or improve your character's statistics. Seems familiar to say that. I might have read this 18 times. You just received a crystal for Celine's weapon, blah, blah, blah. Always start with a bigger, I think that's the side part here that I didn't pick up on early. Always start with a bigger crystal. Look on it to open the list of crystals available. Always start with a bigger crystal. Click on it to open the list of crystals available. Weird way to say that, and I'm inside somebody's body again. So, do I inventory crystal? Is what they're saying? Can't really tell the size of it. Yeah, exactly. Like crystals on crystals. Slot available for new crystal. So I guess I can just flip around to see if there's a slot available for a new crystal. We found one from him, and so I guess it's flashing a little bit, so that's good. Put your crystal in your crystal, and when you wake up, you'll definitely want a crystal and some rallies. So I guess I could put something here if I found it. Don't know what I just did. Okay, so this one has a better stat. No, this has worse stat. And a spell. Okay, so I think I'm getting this. So this red gemstone smooth is stats. Has stats on it. And it being activated gives me increased physical damage by 1%. And if I go here, this one has a spell on it, Fire Rift 1, and gives me +1 magic. If I change this with this one, I'll get +1 magic incantation, Earthgrave 1, inflict magical damage to all entities on a specific nexus. So if I wanted to, what I want is like to put that on something else. But apparently it has to be an Ember of a certain type. So the Ember of Power, red. So that's not designating. So I guess Ember of like the statement of the type, like the Ember of Power there is representative of the passive bonus. And any shining shard that is red can fit into the red slot. Okay. Well, seems okay. +1, +1. Let's try this. I mean, it's an area attack, so that's positive. Of course, if we do this, then we'll never be able to solve that last puzzle we just did, where we were required to use fire. This. What is this? Yes, you would, Interceptor. Kiki, welcome back, and I appreciate your lurking.
Lend me your strength.
Okay, so we're on Darien. Darien. Okay, so Earthgrave, that section. That single feather just like fell down. And let's see what the animation looks like. Come on. Oh, it's 50. 50 is here. Hello, how are you doing, my friend? Okay. Alright, Interceptor, thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. And Disney songs. What, Kiki? You're always doing things that make me think I'm not sure about what the Twitch rules are, but I feel like you're always almost about to break them, and I love it. But 50, how's it going, man? How is Mario treating you? Rule breaking, Kiki. I believe it. You broke the spelling rule right there too, which is good. Goro 50 is a very cool cat as well. He speedruns Super Mario and like actually makes that process super entertaining, which is not something many people could even do. Hey, look, they gave me the same exact 50% cool. Super on brand 100% of the time. 50% of the time. Oh no, legit like NES Super Mario Bros. Yeah, they love this tutorial though, huh? They give me this one a lot. I mean, I appreciate it, but so what is this though? Like, I get that this exists in the world. You know, actually, so this is supposed to be like a war-torn area. who were leaving to go and be with our mother who has corrosion. So I'm assuming that these are probably defensive, like, weapons that were just left behind. Huh. It's going really well, 50. Been playing this game. This is a early access alpha game from Steam. Came out today, so it's cool. It's enjoyable, but mostly just been enjoying hanging out with friends. That's always the best. Oh, punch. You already know that. They definitely need some help with the menus, because I don't mind the font, actually. Can this game suddenly get any louder? Like, I get it. There's lightning there. Oh yeah, they're gonna have to make me move. Yeah, exactly, 50. Like, that's the best part. Hanging with people and, like, playing games that you really enjoy. Like, that's like the whole thing. That's why I started. So tonight's a very good night for streaming for sure, for me. It's super timely to have a really good streaming night. Oh, don't interrupt me, bro. Yeah, give me more of that heal. Just heal me up. I'm gonna hang out right next to this thing until somebody forces me to do something else, which is probably going to happen soon. I mean, there has to be some move that they can do that will make me have to move my place on this grid. Absolutely, Kuro. Like, you can tell that they gridded out the entire world and, you know, made it all work. And God, I'm just super impressed by the fact that it's only done by 9 people. And also that it's only $17.99 right now and this early on. I still don't know if I would fully recommend anyone getting it at this point if they're looking for a full experience, like to play from beginning to end right now, though. There's a lot of polish this game needs. Punch even brought up a simple thing as the menus. Like, you know, it'll improve over time, I'm sure, as feedback comes in, but it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't feel finished, and that's for good reason, because it's not. You like lightning? Boy, that dude's got a lot of hit points. Oh, come on, man. I'm gonna run over here then. Even though he took away my heals. What if I stand next to this, it'll conduct the lightning and not hurt me? Special attack B. Ah, so it was a siege weapon. I wonder how long it takes for that to redo its thing. So she hit, or that pet hit Celine for 100 hit points last. So I think we have another turn. $46 on Darian, so I'm gonna just move her away and have him special attack again. Because it can definitely absorb the damage better than she can, and she can just throw some, like, whatever. Throw magic at him from a distance.
Take this!
This camera, though, this is the thing that I don't think I like the camera. I would actually go for more like a fixed camera or like a cinematic camera. Right, Goro? Like, that is a lot. But with that, with the siege weapon, well, sure is unlucky that how lightning seemed to only strike the places that I am. Oh, coming in blue. No. That's no. Yes, like literally in the startup menu, there's already a section for mods. Like already a go. So you are 100% on point with that. This game is built to be modded. I wonder if I shouldn't have. Nah, that's fine. Maybe I should move him out of that red space though. He could totally die, maybe.
By the will of the gods.
By the will of God, give yourself a potion. From Darien to Darien. I like that they haven't put the little animation, like the item for, or whatever characters are going to use for, you know, giving whoever a thing. Just like a dash arrow. Yeah, I'm going to go right back to the money, which is the siege weapon right here. The description. Dead. B. You're dead. You're dead, dog. Don't know what that little extra strike was. Maybe I had a personal vendetta against that dog, but wasn't required. But I do like what they're doing though here with like the actual world, weapons and things like that. Like that's cool. But I will say that this game's giving me probably most of all Final Fantasy 13 vibes, and it might just be because I've recently played it, but I'm sure just in a linear section. But a beautiful game that goes straight on, like, I don't know. That's Kirito. His mouth sure is open all the time, isn't it? You can just hear him breathing. Well, great. Now you guys are going to make me have to look up who Kirito is because I don't know things about life or anime or video games or anything. Ah. Sword Art Online. No, it's the internet. It's probably already happened and since the one day. It's a straight flip. I've watched all of Sword Art Online, okay? That's where it's from. I googled it, I looked it up. I've watched the first season of that show before it got really, really bad. You don't have to stream it, Kiki, because again, I'm not sure that's a thing you can do. I'll stream the whole Sword Art Online. Don't test me, Mr. Cunningham. Okay. New objective for quest. Pursuing Celine's master. I can still do this. I'm never going to stop doing this. I'm going to, every time I play this game, like checking out how it's doing, I'm going to see if I can still do this. If I can, I'll know. This is like at the end of Inception when you spin the little, he was spinning the thing to see if it was real or not. This is my tether to the real world. His glide. If he can glide, then everything is still real.
Irelsor. That's where we'll find your contact, right?
If everything goes as expected, yes. It's one of the few cities still untouched by the war. As a result, it has welcomed a lot of refugees in the last months.
Nothing like a
It is the
frictionless
best
world.
place to hide in plain sight.
Notice
Is your
subtitles, by
contact
the
some
way.
kind of outlaw?
Not really, but he deeply values secrecy.
Same goes for me. I don't want people to find out I'm a deserter.
Well, maybe we should find a way around these cliffs first.
Well, high textures.
They're too steep for us to climb down. If I remember correctly, there's an inn nearby. Maybe they will know the shortest way to Harelsor.
A little bit of texture pop in, but again, it's probably gonna be more optimization over time. Stardust, what you booing about? Okay, so what do we got? Let's talk to this dude over here. What's up, fella? Ah, your classic unvoiced quest giver. Don't worry, I can read it for you. Hey, you two. Did you happen to find some strange mushroom on the way here? That's a weird way to first meet someone. Mushroom? Or an apple, a pear, anything, as long as it's made of crystal. Crystal fruits. Do such things exist? Alright, Kura, like, just exclamation here. It depends. Say you're not against earning a little money, are you? Say, you're not against earning a little money, are you? Can't say we're against it. Then open your ears. It'll be worth your while. A few months ago, vegetation of the strangest kind began to appear in Arion, totally at random. Exactly. Like, hey, what's up? Hey, you guys see any mushrooms on the way here? I know we don't know each other, but if you just some mushrooms just for me. Sometimes a crystal apple would grow on a tree. Sometimes a mushroom. Sometimes a flower. Sometimes some white dust. No one can explain why it happened, but it happened nonetheless. Exactly. Like, we got Narco here, dressed up with his what appears to be like, he just has old man gray hair, chilling here beside his camp. So like, hey, you guys, do you want to buy a drugs? Oh man, RuneScape 1, Kuro. We don't even want to bring that up because I've been lately playing old school RuneScape, and that's real good. Old school RuneScape is really good. Everybody should be playing that all the time. Some people collect them because, sorry, I can't say with a straight face, because they're pretty. I do them because they're my booger sugar. Now you're not one of those, apparently. No, I'm a scholar. I'm trying to understand why they appeared. And for that, you need samples to study. Exactly. I'm willing to invest my possessions in order to get a hold of these rarities. I've got some baubles I'm willing to impart to that end. You can keep them or sell them if that's your wish. Oh yes, old school RuneScape mobile. Yes, I started playing like a week ago. It's like well, the thing is, it's crossplay, Kuro, so you can play it on both PC and on mobile. And there's like Rune Lite, this like special, like a good launcher for RuneScape, old school RuneScape that you can use on your PC, and it's good. Like, I'm always this close to being about to just stream old school RuneScape any given time. If you're interested, I'll give you a reward each time you bring me 10 of these fruit. That's a lot of fruit. Seems like a lot of busy work. We'll certainly consider that if we find some of your treasured fruits. I'll be extremely grateful if you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I wish to remain alone. Are you serious? You do not wish to remain alone. You wish to remain super crazy high. Press X to track the new quest. I don't want to track that quest. Also, we have a quest here that says Crystal Hunter 0 of 100 required. This is true. Like, I could actually be playing old school RuneScape right now. No one would know. I'd just be right here, just tap. What's up? Oh, I'm going to fish now. Tap. No worries. Tap. So that's, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a bad look to kind of have a quest this early on that says get 100 of anything. Like current objective 0, 100. Maybe we just stick to the main quest. Let's follow that. Man, yeah, Punch, you're definitely right. These menus and interfaces just, they look better than unfinished. They definitely look not polished quite yet, like not with the flourish that you'd expect a fully finished thing, which of course it's not. But still. Oh, what's this? Okay, weird little shoppiness there. Get away from me. I don't want to fight you right now. I guess I could have made this fight happen in a more advantaged area as well. Oh well. Let's see if we can AoE these guys. Oh, come on. Yeah, exactly. No, like, and I think that's what the aim is. It's just when you put it out there like that, like instantly, I don't know, it just seems like an odd choice. So they're just gonna keep breaking her and keep interrupting her. It looks like I want to push her back like a play style. Slip her back one and see if maybe there's a place. Yeah, let's go here. Yeah, you guys just stay where you are. I'm gonna go ahead and do that AoE attack on you. Hope the AI never gets any smarter than this to know that I'm about to do a thing to them. First, we'll start with you. The world ends with you. Oh, and I see that also broke his ATB gauge, so he missed the turns. That also delays action. Interesting. A lot of mechanics, like I feel like this game was made by people that have played a lot of these kinds of games. They're mixing together a lot of cool ideas. I did play on. That was actually my first post World of Warcraft MMORPG. This world does look very much like that.
A prayer for your wayward soul.
Yeah, you guys hated that, didn't you? You guys hated that. Oh, that didn't kill. Well, he may die then. And that's what the best rocks are. Space rocks. Space rocks. Wave race. Wave race. Wave. I've got to stop saying that out loud. Just think it. Thank you, No. I appreciate the follow, my friend. Truly appreciate it. Glad you can join us tonight. Boy. These guys are gonna let me do the same move to them again, aren't they? Like, they're not gonna move or do anything. I mean, they're boar, so what do they expect? I don't think they should be the most intelligent enemy type either, so. I know some intelligent boar. Base rock coming down. Coming in hot. Ooh, 5-star. And some more potion. Potion? Zzz. Well, I guess you could say it's more potion. We just happen to keep all that potion in separate bottles. Cyan, gemstone, smooth. Multi girl. Oh man. You just flashed me back to when I was a kid playing on our old 486, 66 piece, like computer, playing Unreal Tournament, but not online. And constantly getting beat by a dude named Tamerlane in that game. The fictional deathmatch character. Non-person. Always so good. Effing Tamerlane. I'll never forget you. Energy of strength. So I already have that. This is giving me lightning. So that gave me lightning strike, this shard location. This one will give me lightning strike 1. Same. So these are the same stats. I would ever equip that twice. Huh. Well, actually, these give me 2 separate stats. So this gives me +1 attack, +1 magic defense. Oh yeah, Tribes. Tribes was the first game I played online. Period. Actually, in college, where I was at dorm internet, so everything was real bad and slow. It was disgusting. You felt you had to take a shower after you did it dark. That's how your brain's built, though, Dark. You dispose of mechanics and then you utilize them to make everything gross. so that's like back in the old days when people used to play Dreamcast games on the internet, and some people had mouse and keyboard and some people didn't. It's just like, that's just unfair. So we have Earthgrave 1, and I'm not gonna do Fire Rift. And I like these stats being on here because it's speeded incantation. 1 haste, yeah, none of that's better than the other. So we did get a cyan thing. We did get a cyan shard, so I'll have to really think about how this system is working. Like, I get it conceptually, but what it implies, it's kind of hard to nail down in my brain right now. Do you have any better gloves? The dark slaughtering. Dark slaughtering. The dark slaughtering. Enter the Tekken. Yeah, this is fine enough. I'm gonna stand next to this and see. Alright, neat. Dude, that's just like super advantageous. I'm like just gonna like go that way. Interceptor. But Stardust and I were both playing Destiny 2 today, like the base. And I think we're gonna play more of that if you're ever interested. Destiny 2 is still good. That game still feels and like rips to shoot in. So yeah, whenever you're ready, we got a slot. Yeah, it was free on PS Plus, I think last month or this month. Some recent month. Why? Because you play it for the rest of your life? Or because it's on a console? Because it's so bad. If by bad you mean good, then yes. Or just addictive. Oh yeah. Oh, that's fine. Like, you see how badly I play pretty much most games. Look at that guy just floating around. But yeah, no. This is us playing games. We're always just super chill. I'm not gonna be like, play your class, Interceptor. Play your class. Ren, you are correct. I completely agree with that. $18 now on sale on Steam. It is exactly what it is though. It's still early. It's definitely still needing some polish, and at times you can tell that, you know, it doesn't have all the resources that a major AAA title obviously would have, but we're not asking for that AAA price. You just, as long as you can manage your expectations and are comfortable with going through the development process with a company providing feedback, I think this is definitely well worth everything. Every $18, I waste more than that on accident. Definitely. Completely on your side, Ren. That's not complete. And sometimes the subtitles don't work. And you can do a dope moonwalking slide. Interceptor, play your class. Oh my god, play your class. Get in your lane. Yes. Yeah, I think that to go high this early in the early access process is a good way to start generating some really ill will. Starting here at this point and keeping it low, they'll get volume and they're going to get a lot of goodwill, because what they're providing is even what we played so far, right? Like, I played this game for almost 2 hours right now, and I would say 2 hours and $18 of entertaining gameplay. And that dollar per hour instead of itself is actually pretty good. I played some garbage and some really good games, but I've also played a lot of garbage. This is not garbage. Exactly, Ren. Like, I paid more than that for food I didn't like and ended up throwing away.
I won't back down.
Let's run some attacks. Actually, I'm going to try to break his gauge. That. So it makes sense that that one doesn't have any cast speed. But he must have resisted the ATB break. Oh. Dark. Dark. Why? Why don't you do online console stuff? I need to know, need to know, need to know. I'll just keep bashing. Oh, so it's a political stance. That's understandable. I mean, I get it. Paying for PS Plus is like kind of a bummer. But Nintendo's also doing that nowadays, aren't they? Like even they've gone to that model of paying for online play, right? Yeah, that's fair. Dark is strongly in the PC master race, and I get it. Well, that's nice, Dark, that you don't hate us. You just throw us off cliffs from time to time. But at least I've made a summer home there, so that's positive. I wish there was a way to kind of make this chug a little faster, but this is like all JRPGs where you're like strong enough to beat something, but you also just have to actually do it. Oh, Kuro, you know, the Vita, I think that is a very underestimated, I feel like that should have done better. Let me put it that way. That has everything I would want in a mobile, like a mobile device. It's great. And being able to play all those old school PS1 classics on there, I got that and I have the PS TV. Two items that nobody besides me actually purchased. So that's a thing, but where did that thing actually roll off? Okay, well, fine. To go up here, maybe jump attack here. No, the Vita is great. It's like, I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this way though. And just drag this fight out just a little bit longer. Boom. That's how you fight. Rocks don't faze me. Oh yeah. I think that's actually in the early Personas is one of the first times I've seen that rush battle option. I know like in some Final Fantasy games you can hold the confirm button and it'll automatically auto attack, but yeah, Persona I think 3, and I'm sure that's not the first instance of it. You hit the triangle and you're gonna start rush mode, and Persona 5 it continues it. But you know what I really want is what they have in the remasters of the Trails in the Skies game. I'll say it all and over again. That turbo button that just makes things go faster. Because sometimes I don't necessarily want to repeat my same attack, like my base attack. Sometimes I just want to cast fire. Are you okay? Did they just throw a new mechanic at me by suddenly making my guy very tired? But you know, Ren, I really want to play Bravely Default. That game is still pretty expensive, I guess, but I want to play that one. That was actually my next game to play after playing Radiant Historia, and I got caught up with Pokemon Let's Go. Oops. Your party has an energy bar. Each action, spell, and special attack in combat reduce this energy. Visiting an inn will restore your energy. Your party can also have a food bonus. Obtain this bonus by visiting an inn. The lower your energy, the lower your food bonus. If your energy falls below 25%, all of your statistics, food, equipment, characters are reduced. Oh, Intercepted, did you play through the first one? And also, Ren, I'm also playing the second game right now. And I don't know if you played the first one, but the second one seems like a real aggressive difficulty spike. You lower your energy, food, blah, 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 cool. So there's your energy. Your party is exhausted. Fighting battle after battle, your characters will be increasingly exhausted. I don't think that's how that word works. When the energy bar in the bottom of the right of the screen is at 0, when the energy bar in the bottom right of the screen is at 0, your characters will be less effective in battles. So I guess I have to rest. Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, hi, okay. Well, it looks like I'm immediately going straight to cheese mode like I had to do with Reverie at the end of the first one. I was just like, I'm gonna have to really cheese this. Yeah, dog, I was done, that's why. I'm glad you caught that. I was like, well. Potion, heal an ally. All right, I've not seen that before. Oh. Nope, there's not a jump button. I was just wondering if there was like a vault. I'll follow the path. There's clearly a path they want me to take. Jumping is hard, so it's putting your two hands firmly on the top of a fence and lifting your body over it. It's hard to animate. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's hard to animate. Everything is hard to animate, but still. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Didn't press a button. So when are you going to free me? From voice. I'm assuming that's the voice inside the door. Pretty soon, pal. Pretty soon. That's what you said a month ago. Did I? I don't remember. Yeah, Kuro, I've heard that, and those are the ones that are like gonna be translated, right? Like fan translated or something. Yeah. Maybe by the time I get done with these 3, that those games will be available. Like in a fashion that I can actually play. If that means like modding something together, then I'll do that. I don't really care. But yeah, I would like to experience those. Did I? I don't remember. Now shove it, mate. We've got guests coming. Exactly, Dark. Just like learn Japanese. I'm sorry for doing this so frequently in the stream. I'm just doing a slide motion, but just so calming. An event is occurring near my location. A dynamic event has been triggered close to your location. These events are dynamic quests that are available for a short period of time in the period you travel the world. Some of them affect your personal story, altering future dynamic events and can affect the world. Okay, so is this my event? Yeah, literally, that's exactly my same experience, right? I had the exact same experience where I discovered that while I'm playing the second, because I would watch some other people's Let's Plays after I finished it, because I didn't want to, spoil my story. And before you know it, it's just like hearing this Japanese voice delivered really well, too, like very well delivered and acted. I'm like, that wasn't in my game. Okay, a hunting board. The city of Earlsor is rewarding anyone willing to risk his or her life to track down and kill a very dangerous techno bandit. A techno bandit. Man, gotta hate those techno bandits. That has been sighted hunting nearby. There a disclaimer in small writing. There a disclaimer in small writing in which the poster of this request declines all liability for whatever happens to the volunteer willing to accept it. There, it's fine. I'm sure that it's fine. Okay. So I don't want to do that. Oh, Cora, I think you're in the minority as far as that having that deep of a connection to the imagined voices, though. Because I would be happy to hear, like, in my head, all the voices sound real dumb, too. The voices I actually make are also really dumb, too, so that's not great. This is loading. That's right, Lazy. You look like a techno bandit to me. Sorry, no rooms available, guys. Seriously, better be on your way. No rooms available? Is this a joke? What makes him think that there's... Also, is that guy just wielding a lightsaber right now? It looks like he just has a lightsaber. It's not. We're closed. Somehow I can't believe you're out of beds, especially in such a remote place. How is that possible? Bandits. Didn't you come across some of them on your way here? No, we fought a lot of animals. Are very hostile. Very selective about their attack positioning. They have taken this place for themselves and are using it as their den. Me? Well, I'm just as good as their slave now. Why didn't you try to call for help or try to get away? Old-fashioned bandits. Get them fancy techno bandits took her jabs. I'm too old to try and escape now. I would barely make a mile before they caught me again. As for help, heck, would you help me? Of course, we'll help you. You would do that? Thank you. By the gods. If you clear the nearby path of those bandits, I should manage to escape. We will see what we can do. We will see what we can do. These characters definitely look like something. Something about the way their design is and the darkness around their eyes. Like, if you told me that these guys were also vampires, I'd be like, huh, yeah, that's about right. See, they didn't get into explaining that dark. Like, why does he have that lightsaber, and how could he? Is that like a double lightsaber? Like, it seems double lightsaber. Is that a vibro blade? Is that how vibro blades work? Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Celine? We're gonna rob this dude. That's what I'm thinking. Sucker jab. That this man's story is barely holding up? Yes, he's not behaving like someone who's being held captive. Maybe we should look around the inn to see if there's any truth to this story. Well, you're probably gonna... Let me guess, this dude is the bandit, the techno bandit. And we're gonna have to kill this man. Or beat him to the point that he tells the truth with our sharp weapons and fire. There's a lot of stuff on this map, isn't there? So I guess treasure chest, treasure chest, treasure chest. Location. 420. Holla, holla, holla. Into. I mean, right? Like, this dude is clearly out loud has said that, like, you know, has out loud said that he's locking somebody in here that's trying to get out. They can't get out. That would be the safest profession, wouldn't it be, Ren? Like, seriously, this is our evidence. Hey, there's a dead body here. He's dead. A dagger in the back. And they threw his body behind the inn. Are we gonna face him with this information? Hey, bud. Oh, what? Okay. What do you want? We saw our corpse over there. Look at that, some character, like some input. Oh man, you know, modding would be pretty cool if we had like this engine. You know, if it was pretty open, you could make a lot of good stuff from that. We saw a dead bandit over there. Dead, dagger in the back. Probably Milo. He hasn't shown up for a few days. Those bandits, they're an unruly bunch. Lots of infighting when it comes to sharing the loot. Okay. Okay. You're still gonna help me, right? We were talking to yourself. Who are you talking to when we first came? Yeah, that is the question. Who were you talking to when we first came in? Now, it's always embarrassing when people catch you talking to yourself, ain't it? That's the kind of thing you do when you grow old, you know? I guess this has not made them sufficiently suspicious. Neither has this dead body. Okay, so... yes, no harm, no foul. Yeah, but it's just one dead body, because all that crazy infighting that these people that I definitely don't know anything about do. Got some fresh pants. So here's the real key. If when we equip these pants, it changed the way the character model looked, that would make me happy. I don't suspect it will. I love having some epic pants on though. Exactly right. Yeah, 12, he's just right there. These pants, are they the same? These look the same. Oh man, I was hoping that it would do the thing where you go through the camera and it zooms on the face, but I'm just clipping through. Well, you know, sometimes you like, maybe you go out and you play the lottery, and when you play the lottery, you pick up maybe like 10 tickets. And one of those tickets, you get $50. And then use that $50 to get 10 more tickets. And on the next one, you get $100. The pants you wore that day would probably be epic pants. Poison, probably rodenticide. Not that unusual in the countryside. Those pants are truly epic. MC Hammer, don't hurt him. So we're just gonna leave this dude, huh? Because, I mean, apparently we have not found enough evidence to do anything. Raga boots are always going to be epic. What am I interacting with? So it's just this empty bottle. Oh, we found poison. Okay, now I'm putting this together. We just discovered a dead body, poison, a man clearly yelling at somebody inside this building, and we're going to just go ask him about it. Alright. We saw some poison. We saw a dead body. Were you talking to yourself? We saw some poison vials back there. Huh? Yeah, I got myself some poison. Huh? To kill off the rodents. It's a plague in these parts, you know. And you cooked the meals for the bandits yourself, right? That's right. I'm their slave, remember? He did say that. You didn't think of poisoning their meals in order to free yourself. You're unchained, free to fetch the poison. Well, I'm not a killer. I'm a good guy, as good as it gets. But yet you ask a stranger to kill them for you. It doesn't add up. Drat. Okay, clever kids, you got me. I'm actually the boss of those worthless bums. As I thought. What I don't understand is why you asked us to kill your own men. When I saw both you strapping young people with your shiny weapons, I thought to myself, why don't you ask them to do a little bit of culling, huh? We got a wee bit of loot here, and I prefer not to share it. No matter now, serves me right for being lazy. If you don't take care of my men for me, then I'll have to take care of you.
If I can't find a way, I'll make one!
Who said that, I wonder? Drat, would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you pesky kids and that dog. I can't remember the last part of that statement. So what's the bet that this dude's gonna be doing magic? They started us off a little further away than we usually are. No, actually, no, we're still one hex away. Use the force, Anakin. They were to kill off all the techno bandits. Get your job back.
Take this!
We did not break his ATB gauge. This move is already... Oh, I guess they didn't need a sound effect for that particular attack. Move her back so she can just cast and not risk a hit. She's got a lot of hit points. Higher ground is always the answer. Let's see. What is this stop camera? What are you? Let me rotate. Nope. Oh, camera, you're killing me right now. Wonder what that thing is behind me. Is that like a keg? Can I just get spirited right there on the spot? Let's see. See, I really... Why even have that move this early? Wait, is he yelling out, "Don't hurt me"? I'm not gonna make the foolish move of moving into the place where I'm gonna attack. But he's just yelling, "Ow, don't hurt me." He was so ready to threaten us to death. So what is that item? Should I move? No. Guess that's not the thing to do. Exactly, Cora. Like, alright, well, that's a thing you put there. And I've learned that there's apparently some range on the ability to do my earth attack. Okay. That was weird. Right on. We'll just move there. like they do. So the innkeeper's charged up again. Hehehe. So I'm Celine, so I'm gonna move back again. Killing all those techno bandits so my stream son can keep his job. He just made another one, huh? Well, okay. Gonna beat up this innkeeper and then see if we can get a 2-for-1. Oh, I see. I wonder if... So I guess we know what those do now. They go into your space and then blow up. Like terrible people. But it doesn't look like this one's actually after me, so... I can't attack it. I'll take this opportunity to heal. Even if I'm just standing here, it's gonna be better than... Did he not heal just now? I swore I just pressed the heal button. Oh, whatever. We'll see what happens. I mean, that mind thing already cheated anyway. You're not gonna get 2 turns, dude. Hit him, earth. Flash him, bam him. There we go. He didn't like that. He didn't hate it, but he didn't like it. I would really like some curative magic, but I bet one of those crystals I have already passed probably had something like that. I just didn't use it. I guess the thing to do is to kind of check over here and see what this thing is. It's highlighted. This music isn't bad though. I mean, maybe a little generic. There's like generic is like this is that kind of music for this kind of thing. I don't mind it so much. So there's nothing really going on in this particular hex. Lazy, I don't know how I always fall into that same trap. Yes, the music in Goldshire is very good. See, he's doing it again. Oh, don't hurt me. Right? Like, that's such a good choice of words right there, Interceptor. Like, it's very agreeable. Like, it's not offensive. It's not hurting me to hear it. It's just a whole lot of background sounds that are okay. They're not cacophonous or anything. They're just there. Can I interrupt you? No, I cannot. So that's the lock. Interruptible, uninterruptible at that point. It's non-offensive. So I'll block this path, so... Really, dude? Click. Can I attack from here? Oh, alright, Kuro. Hey, I appreciate your stopping by. 2 a.m. Yeah, it's a little late for you. But, have a great night. I appreciate you stopping by. For sure. I'll see you next time, dude. And check out that Discord if you can. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't like getting hit at all by that. Womp womp. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Here he goes with this he again. He's gonna cast out one of those things. Yep, called it. I want this innkeeper to die. I wonder if I moved one step over, I could actually block him. Oops, 2 hit points. Man, they sure did not give him any of the sound effects for his attack. Like at all. So she's out of sufficient hit points to do... Man, this game has an interesting scale on its MP, huh? Like 350 MP for that basic move. He must like roll up with so many of them. Oh yeah, that's for sure lazy. It's definitely not bad at all. There's much worse available to us. Let's move, I guess. Actually, we do have an ether item, don't we? Ether yourself up. Celine on Celine combat. Move to the corner. Oops, no, he's just gonna die. We don't have enough potion. Not a bad meteorite at all. Rip.
I'm not done yet.
One of your characters has been knocked out. When a character is knocked out, your energy decreases significantly. The character that has been knocked out can be brought back into combat by using a specific spell or item, or by waiting until the end of the battle. Well, let's not do that. Let's resurrect you right now. But just like that, I'm reanimated. Do basically the same move again. This time I'll see if I can destroy his ATB. Nope. And I'm just gonna do that and see if we can get that off. Probably can't. If we can, neat. He's gonna move. Oh no, he's did the dumb thing. Fight's over then.
A prayer for your wayward soul.
Sound effect. His sheepish eyes. Techno bandits are always the real enemies. That's probably what they're in that movie Hackers. Not the one with Angelina Jolie and somebody else. Green gemstone. You can heal an ally. Well, that would have been useful this fight. Oh, Sai. The way I did it is there's a poison on the left side of the building. There's a dead body in the back. And you have to go back to him and question him about both those things. Then he's like, alright, you got me. And then he fights. But it's possible to be that your instance may be glitched or something, given the early access nature of this. But yeah, you just have to talk to him about the then you have to talk to him about the poison, talk to him about the corpse. And you'd think that you would have just had to say something about the corpse and that'd be sufficient. Yeah, that's probably what it was. You just have to go back to him afterwards and go through all the dialogue tree. Oh, no problem. Of course. Of course, Alliance here. If he wasn't the true innkeeper, then where's the real one? Wait a second. I'll check inside. Free at last. I don't know how much time has passed since those bandits locked me up. I found this fellow locked up inside. Are you okay, sir? Better than okay, thanks to you. I'm free, and without their leader, the bandits will probably disband soon enough. Most of all, they left most of their swag. With it, I'll be able to pay off the repairs, and maybe a merc or two for protection. Of course, you deserve some compensation for saving me. Here, take the rest. I don't know if we should accept money that was stolen from travelers, but then consider it a gift from the Sanctorium. That's a word that's in video games. Swag, right? Exactly, interceptor. I'm like, that's a choice of words. We'll take it. Wait, is there 2 of me on the screen right now? Was I just going crazy? Did I? I'll have to look back at that. I could, in that last glimpse of time when I was looking from the chat to here, I was sure I just saw 2 instances of Darion on screen. So, I don't know. I don't know, Interceptor. Can I rest here though? Because like apparently my team energy is at 9. How much energy do you have? I have 9 energy. Can I do this? Quest board. Oh, so I should have known. This is the innkeeper. What's up, bruh? Business is picking up, though a bit slowly. Want to spend the night? Thank you for checking the evidence, Interceptor. You're exactly right, Sai. That is too fearless. Like, I'm always like not sure if I'm going to keep playing this game, but I should definitely save multiple slots if it's in alpha, because it's only a matter of time before something like has a game-breaking bug, and I'm stuck. Business is picking up, though a bit slowly. Want to spend the night? Tutorial: energy and food bonus. Oh, Sai, I don't know if you play with subtitles on, but have you experienced like the subtitles going on and off, like sometimes working, sometimes not? Your party has an energy bar. Each action spell, and we already done this. We know this. Okay, cool. I was making sure that again I wasn't going crazy. I knew I'd turn them on, and it's just like sometimes not, sometimes are. It doesn't bug me. I mean, that's something easy to fix. That's good. Welcome to the inn. Here you can get some rest. When you eat our delicious dishes, you will increase your energy and receive some stat bonuses. Well, this one just seems fundamentally better and costs a lot. Whatever, Stardust. You're the only one that is against subtitles. They work great. They make everybody happy. And when you're streaming, you can have the volume down really low. Still follow along. And especially for streamers like me that sometimes aren't paying attention and might talk over cutscenes. Only sometimes. The closed inn, an almost abandoned inn and suspicious looking innkeeper. Maybe we should pay attention to our surroundings. If something weird is happening here, maybe we should just get the jump on it, whatever it might be. Business is picking up, though a bit slowly. Nope, I don't want to do that. Stop talking to me. You've received a team food bonus. Oh yes, and honestly, I do that on like even TV shows that I watch. I almost always have the subtitles on because I don't know if it's like more modern TV stuff, and I'm gonna low-key start saving multiple times, by the way. I like modern TV stuff, but everybody whisper talks. It's like, hey, here's an important plot point. I just killed the Queen of England. What was that you said, my guy? I killed the Queen of England. You killed who? Queen of England. You know, I don't know how to do that. Like, I know people have those special mics for that sort of thing, but I don't know, man. Maybe I should just get into ASMR. Maybe I'll get a real following. Just whisper talking and tingling people's sensitive ear bones. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sai. I appreciate it. I need to check out. If you're streaming this game as well, I'd like to check out your stream or probably look at your old video, see some of the things that, you know, see if there's any inconsistencies or consistencies between our experiences. 50. I would make it for you. I just ASMR all through your Super Mario speed runs. It'd be me ASMR and just your video. Okay then, that's cool. So yeah, if you ever want to chat about this one, you know, I'm actually pretty excited about the development of this one going forward. I'm going to keep checking in on it. for sure. Because I think it's good. I think there's something here, even with a small team. Let's see. Do I already have Fire Strike? Can't. I don't have a red one. Fire Strike. The thing is, you do it so fast, and I'd have to like get my delicate clicks and breathing sounds on point. I'd have to also watch a lot of ASMR, and that seems like a whole day, huh? Fire Rift 1. So yeah, we'll get that one. So now we'll have both. Nope, just kidding. We won't. I'll take these stats, and I'll take Earthgrave forever. Select the crystal for the slot. That still doesn't seem quite right. I mean, my crystal game right now is multicolored. Green. Yeah, I completely agree, Sai. Like, I look at the development of like with just 9 people, I think they're saying, and even the time frame that they're looking for with it, you know, being complete potentially in 2020. Like, that seems like a lot. That's why I really try hard to not like be super hard on it, because dude, I paid 17, 18 bucks for this game, and I've already spent over 2 hours playing it. I've said again in the stream, like, I waste that much money constantly, which again, not a great thing, not a great selling point for Mr. Cunningham, but you know, I think that the price point, if your computer can push this, that's another thing. Yeah, it's definitely pretty, and we're fighting a bunch of dudes with lightsabers, and that's fine. Or I don't know if it's canon that they're vibro blades, but I'm thinking they should be vibro blades. Let's attack. Well, first we're gonna actually move you. More techno bandits. Lazy, you are the premier techno bandits. We've got to kill all these techno bandits, so modern bandit men like Lazy Glassman can exist. And yeah, that audio was a little bit off-timed, but that's okay. A little late. At least it exists in this one. So what benefit are we getting from being in this location? Boom. Will we get it off? Oh, not another trap, dude. This fight might be a tough one. And I like it. I don't think I meant to press the escape button, but whatever. Let's see if this Earthgrave puts these men in the grave. Ba-dum.
I feel nothing.
Yeah, you deserve to die. I did that. I killed you. Luckily, we seem to have a bottomless amount of resurrects. I wonder where those people are going. Like, I think it was Interceptor or Improds in this chat here that said that Darion kind of looks like Noctis. Thanks, Ren. I said it looks like Noctis if Noctis was like, didn't sleep for a couple of days. Still don't know what that blue thing is doing. Yeah, he did look a little younger. Although I think I might be fixating on how old Noctis looks and how upsetting I found that to be in that game. I feel like these battles last too long. Oh, thank you, Ren. Now I see. Now it's all, everything is illuminated. I appreciate the follow, my friend. And Shadow Hearts is great. Great. I'm at the very end after that thing happens and you see him old. I think that's what happens. At least that's what happens when I play that game. I don't know how much they've updated the storyline since I last played it, though. Should I kill this Techno Bandit or heal? Kill this Techno Bandit. Boy, I sure did get burned just now by using that move that delays the ATB battle gauge. And a dude that had like no ATB gauge on. Because shallow. Is anybody over there? No. All you guys move? No, he didn't.
I feel
He's dead again. Oh yeah, I make sure to create the highlights and run collections on those. I also managed to do some light voice work on there. It's a very light voice acting. There we go. We need to get out of this fight. This is not going well. But do some voice work. So all of it's kept on Twitch and collection, and also on the YouTube channel, where I keep everything in a more concise version than where I'm doing stuff like a lot of this. This is like a Twitch exclusive right here. Just kidding. I'm not going to cut the YouTube video. This is also going to include this dope sliding. It's going to slide across America. Or how Hearless, wherever the name of the city is. Heels or... But Shadow Hearts is a great game. Perfect, great pacing, and if you are willing to take it lightly, then not take it too seriously about some of the plot, then I think you're gonna have a really good time with it. Slippity slide. Ain't that the truth? Let's see. Oh, I did find a crystal fruit. Nice. Exactly. Gloves. Ooh, cloth. That's what I want to put on my wrist. Just like some headband material. So I guess that blue thing, what it did was block the path of those bombs that these guys are really liking to use. And that mechanic for these bombs is one I specifically do not enjoy. I'm gonna run by. I actually think this overworld music is better than the battle music, which I mean is almost always the case in video games, but I just had to, of course, out loud make the observation I'm sure everyone else is making to themselves. Yeah, it's really... I find the battle music to be kind of generic, but I really specifically am liking this. I think it's because the particular uses of instruments. It sounds like a violin, right? Or a lute. It's probably a violin or something. I have my favorites. Game feels like it's approaching something, like it's on the way to something that... Oops, okay, cutscene. Yeah, I don't know why they have to make you kind of pause between, like when stuff like that pops up, like that happens every time. They just kind of make me stop and slide a little bit. Maybe that's just something that's going to be ironed out. They have so much time to improve. I just worry that they get too caught up in scope and try to make like a huge epic, RPG. Aesthetically, this game really reminds me of a game called, I want to say it's The Last Remnant. A Square game that I have on, that's like exists on PC and Steam. Like maybe that's what it is, like these characters, or maybe it's like The Lost Odyssey. Maybe they both have very similar aesthetic, but these characters are kind of reminding me of that. iron ore. I can also get wood. It's a lot more collectible items than I've been collecting of. And let's make sure I'm doing like the proper quest that I want to be doing. Yeah, we're following the main quest. So I feel like that distance just got longer. And light piano, yep, you're never gonna go wrong in my eyes with that. Bring a little bit of light piano in there. Oh, okay, well. Apparently this isn't one that I can actually use. Oops, there we go. Something happened. Wait. There we go. Celestium. You know, like regular world, like existing metals sound really nice anyways. We need you to take your job back, Lazy. We lost all of our techno bandits. The ones that took your jabs. They're gone now. Somebody murdered all of them. Except for one set, which he ran away from. But they left later. I'll take this wood. So what is that line, Lazy, you want me to check out? You want me to say? Or try to say, you'd see if I'm good enough for it. And of course you're not going to hire me. I'll do it for you for free. Don't even talk about money in that way. Oh, you have fun, Sai, and you know, let me know how that goes. That fight is actually kind of a pain. Due to his periodic decision to be non-violent. Yeah, kill that innkeeper. Make sure he dies. But it's okay, because it's a quotation innkeeper, because it's really just a bandit. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Hello. Hello, what's up? Batman, how are you doing today? Let's live this life. Can I talk with you? Can I ride on you? Obviously, this is a beast of burden. I need to let that loose. Everybody's a techno bandit. Oh no, for your stream intro, I believe. Lazy. This kid has such a bad attitude. Are we exactly the same height? Never mind, Lazy. No, you wanted me to say welcome to the something something. Yeah, this hair is bad. I'm just kidding with you, Lazy. I have infinite patience for my dear stream son. Oh, that hair is really bad, though. That's it. Welcome to... Look at Interceptor new. Woo! What? Music transition. Here. What? More here. That tree. Oh, Interceptor, you know I have to love that tree. The hints of purple in it, the dark purple. And all that, like, that's very good. Let's save over this one. Say, welcome to the Glass Empire. Oh, welcome to the Glass Empire. Yeah, I was saying it earlier. I want to see how you want to read, though. What's the read on it? Okay, so I guess we have to talk to these people. I want to see where he wants the emphasis. And also probably not with music in the background. Alt, keep your distance. Access to the city is restricted. Nobody gets through. How long will it take exactly? No one can say. Please look at this safe conduct from the Sanctorium. Please look at this safe conduct from Sanctorium. Please look at this safe conduct from the Sanctorium. Believe that it should be enough to grant us access to the city. A safe conduct? What do you think? Seems legit to you? Seems legit to you? Oh, welcome to the Glass Empire. Like that. Welcome. Seems right, yeah. Besides, look at her garb. It seems like pretty official stuff. I'll do a few reads for you, lazy, offline, and give you a crisp takes. Yeah, you can go. Yay! My weapon leveled up. So I wonder if you just pretty much stick with one weapon throughout this entire game. Sometimes yeah, sometimes worse. It seems legit, and yeah, get the swag. Pursuing Celine's master. Healzor, the Immortal City, our destination. Apparently, this is where we are supposed to find Celine's contact, the defrocked Altharius. He alone holds the secret to the cure for the corrosion. Something is bothering me, though. How can a man bearing such important information afford to idly wait for his people to show up? Celine is steering clear of many subjects, and I don't think she would allow me to pry. She has changed quite a bit. I still recognize my sister, alright, but something seems quite different about her. To be honest, I too have changed. There are a lot of things I'd rather not tell you, sister. Wait, tell you, sister. Okay, I get it. Yeah, Ren, they do have a Twitch extension for this game. Apparently you can like impact the battle and like provide aid or make it more difficult for the player, which I think seems weird, but maybe it could be fun. I mean, it's definitely something I'm probably gonna check out at some point, you know, but it seems weird for this kind of game where death, well, we haven't died completely yet, so I don't know, but death seems like it matters, so I'd be super not pleased if some of my lovely chat members decide to get me killed. Nah, it's not true. I probably wouldn't care. Probably funny. You got nosy Altharius by chance? Doesn't ring a bell. Better luck asking the people inside. Thank you. That easy. There's gotta be a catch somewhere. It's a good thing they took down that fence for us. And that's also a really weird way to let somebody into a town. Yeah, I agree with you, no, like that would be kind of like really, I think since I started playing like the Dark Souls series, I really like the idea of having like a one difficulty level, one, you know, only your skill matters sort of thing experience with games. And like with the stream input, that seems like you'd never really get that. It's always gonna be super variable in a way that not controllable. Also, this game needs some optimization a little bit. That's right, you know, this would be like the Dark Souls of JRPGs. Just gotta get good. And so, in the wakes of what is known today as the Arcadian catastrophe, the consort, with the assent of the council, has forbidden the use of all crystal catalysts until further notice. Each household will have to relinquish all catalysts for the... But what are we going to do? We can't operate our harvesters without catalysts. Bias. But yeah, lazy, we can do it on voice. Sorry I didn't see that up above. Is this some sick joke? Damn it. Damn Arcadians again. They're making it worse for everyone. Told you so. I told you so. Don't use those damn machines. Told you. Things are getting worse by the day. Same goes for Mom. So, how are we going to find your mentor? Yes. So what was that note already? Find me in Healzor. I'll be sporting a very well-groomed mustache. That's our only lead? Yup. This keeps getting better and better. I thought this dude was Celine's actual mentor trainer. Maybe they only corresponded through letter. That's why she doesn't know what he looks like. Things work out just fine, you'll see. Let's ask around if anyone's seen him. Have you seen a man with a mustache? Lots of work. Okay. Okay, movement. What am I going to do with you? That'd be so funny if she was like an online mage. Like they just gave her a lot of busy work. Like, okay, like when you're online, how you have to do a lot of busy paperwork. I definitely know my school online, and just had her like conjuring paper mache doves or something. I'm not gonna do with you. Whatever you do, be quick, cause I'll be gone in 3 days. Remember? Of course, I remember you, oaf. Yeah, well then I'd appreciate you leaving me some space on that matter. Hey, you there? With the Templar, you're some kind of mercenary, aren't you? I bet you said that to everyone with a big sword in their back. Nice. Hey, how does winning 1,000 hairs sound to you? It would sound good to anyone, man. Good. See that worthless pile of hair beside me? Mom? What do you intend to? Oh gods, please no. Turns out he didn't wait to be drafted into the army, he actually volunteered. Like I said, Mom, I have a plan and it's fireproof. Yeah, right, you'll bite the big one on your first day. They have not explained that much, but I'm assuming because we are in the Immortal City that it must be also magic. So the Immortal Magic City. Or just the Magic City. That exists. Also, I really can't imagine a mom talking to her child going to join the military saying, yeah, right, you will bite the big one on your first day. Bite the big one. That is not what I would say. I don't think anyone would say that. If your mom doesn't do something for you, that's it. Didn't you listen? I said I had an airtight plan. You two will train my son so he'll come back alive. He'll come back alive. Oh, because he could come back dead. From whatever hellhole they'll be sending him to. You'll take him with you for the next 3 days, teach him everything he needs to survive. 1,000 hairs, deal? I mean, sure, whatever. Can't perform miracles, but yeah, I can give him some pointers. Hear that, Nugget? Don't call me that in front of the strangers. Let's go, Nugget. I made some arrangements with the monster trader. Go find him, he's on the other side of the city. Also, I guess they were cutscening to the actual monster trader there. The boy's mom told me, so you're both here to train this here lad, huh? Nugget's a nice name. Old Nugget. I feel like that should be like a nickname for your real dog name. Got that right? Well, those mean beans behind me ate their 5th tamer this month. They don't even bother to chew anymore. You intend to fight them, consider yourself warned. Okay, so this all turned into a fight. Also, is that just a dude kind of looking the other way while we fight his pinned animals? I guess this. Let's go. Like, look at him. He's literally just like looking the other way. Can't see him. You know, just look the other way, dude. We're gonna beat the hell out of this little monster you got here. Oko. Get out of here. Learn a lesson, boy. This is how you murder. Don't look away. Stay back here and cast magic at him. I guess I have to keep Nugget alive. He doesn't know any magic or have any way to attack, so hate him already. Don't enjoy his company. Well, I guess he could probably move up here, but it just seems unnecessary. I don't want to take a chance on something happening and them being like, you let Nugget die, and being like super squishy or something. Ah, yes. Sometimes I wonder if I actually say ah yes. Some of the times you say those emojis. Say the emote. I kind of feel like maybe I do. Don't move this time, dude. You don't know the future.
I will commend your soul to the gods.
You will commend his soul to the gods, or that thing's gods. While that my man looks the other way. Great fight. 2 stars. Got it. If you're outmatched, take cover. Oh no. So I do say it that much. That's a good emote then. I'm glad I have it. I need to think of another one. But I really love your I Keyblade Yuan. If it's compatible with the master plan, yeah, I'll do that. Keep referring to a certain master plan. What is it? Nah, sorry guys, it's a secret. Let's resume the training. Next ones are even more dangerous. Be prepared. How can I be prepared? You're not letting me stop between battles. So we're Darian. I guess we're gonna beat this thing up again. Is he still looking the other way, or has he decided he's too disgusted with what he's done? I'm too disgusted with what I've done. I can't. Someone tells me this one's gonna do an area of effect attack. Fight it with fire strike. Oops. Fire you. Yeah, he didn't enjoy that. I really need to try to find a way to equip the healing spells that we picked up along the way. I guess not now, because I'm just gonna drop boulders on this thing's head. Magic space boulders, as a matter of fact. And kid, you move just here. That was an interesting route you took, but I'm okay with it. Okay, camera, you okay? Getting a little shaky on me, camera. Hold it together. Also a food related. That's a good point. Nugget. Hello, Nugget. Whoa, I'm getting so ripped, it's almost frightening. Oh, Punch, you're correct. It does seem quite broken. As long as you can keep, you know, the enemies don't do very much tile moving, other than if it seems required. So, for like attack, so you leave one person there, it's basically like a taunt. And you have my guy in the front, and have groups in the back. Just blast them and nuke them the whole time with the AoE attack. Whoa, I'm getting so ripped, it's almost frightening. That's what I say every time I leave the gym. Having such power, it's probably too much of a responsibility. I knew dockers who quit their jobs for that reason, couldn't handle their own burliness. I can totally relate, but you know, I'm like from a different mold. I'm no quitter. Stop teasing him, Darian. Right, let's keep at it. And for the next, we'll just say that you have my sympathy. Used to be two of them? Nope. No, I was just doing thunder stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time, which is one step away. It's Darian and Celine. Not Darren and Serena. Darian. Was it the masked oh my god, how can I not remember the name of Darian's alter ego? The masked blah. Tuxedo Mask, that's what it is. That's why I couldn't get it. Tuxedo Mask. I watched so much Sailor Moon, and I don't know why. I never enjoyed that show.
Take this.
Look at like this camera angle we're getting here, just her conjuring looking in the wrong direction. You'd think they'd make her turn before the cast. Apparently not. There you go, Punch. Definitely broken. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine watching it now. But then again, I watched a lot of Bleach as a younger too, so apparently I didn't care about Tom at all. Oh no, Trump. Yeah, that, you know, that immediately becomes politicized. You're beginning to hold your own, Nugget. Nugget has not done a single attacking maneuver. I could even do it with my sleep now. Let's keep him coming. No need. I think you're ready. Let's go back to your mother. Come back later. We'll set things up. So Nugget, here we are. By the way, my name's Nicholas. Say, why did you enlist? I'm sure you still had time before your draft. That's my mom. See how she's willing to spend an arm and a leg on some kind of false hope? She's nuts. Every morning she counts the days remaining before my 18th. Keeps telling me, maybe the war will end before you'll have to go there. And the war got your father, but it won't get you. The weight is slowly driving her insane, so I thought I'd end it. Better for both of us. That's the master plan you've been talking about? Yeah, I got some older friends who are getting drafted. If I volunteer now, chances are they'll send us the same place. Then we'll be able to look out for each other. Against all expectations, this plan is not at all bad. You just might have a chance of surviving, Nickel. Fireproof, I told you. I got an achievement. It's called Seasoned Trainer. Nugget, a young teenager from Hirlzor, volunteered for the army. His mother seems to think he's not old enough to fight or even survive on the front lines. She asks us to train Nugget until he's able to hold his own with a sword. Alright, neato. We did that. And we're somewhere we haven't been before. I wish they hadn't ended the quest, not where it started. Because now I don't know where I am. That is kind of a low-key pet peeve with me, though. If you're gonna give me a quest, and it starts somewhere and then take you somewhere and not put you back where you started in a city you haven't been before. Generally speaking, I'm not loving it. Not even if you're not in a city you've been before, just anywhere. Like, at least get me close to where we started, but I have no idea. I'm just gonna push the plot on and see what happens. Ooh. Hey, look at me. Oh, looked at you too fast. You went to the Matrix. I'll leave you 1 month with that sword and it's still as good as new. We had an agreement. I would use this sword for a month and... Schwartz, this game is pretty good. It's still early. You can tell. You can read that for sure. Some of the polish isn't there, but it looks great. It's not optimized, so if your system isn't like pretty beefy, might run into some frame issues. Also, at $17.99, you kind of can't lose because I mean I've been playing this for 3 hours and not run into anything game breaking or anything like that at this point. You know, still 9 people it seems. I think 9 was the number I'm sticking with that are developing it. So, you know, the updating is gonna be pretty slow, but it's still alpha. And true release is set to be around 2020. So, you know, it's like you can't go wrong, but just don't go in there looking for a full game because there's definitely some polish that's not there yet. Particularly around some of the animations and menu work and UI. But yeah, Schwartz, I mean, dude, got it. Take it. I definitely would have paid $20 for it. $17.99 is like, okay, I can buy $2 and like maybe have an extra soda pop now on top of that, but for sure. Yeah, I would recommend it at this point. Don't try to weasel your way out of it, you little runt. And I'm not one of those people that just likes everything they play, because I also played Quiet Man. And you know what? That game was terrible. I even wrote a bad Steam review for it, which I never do. I told you to test that sword in a real combat situation, not let it have a beauty sleep on in your scabbard. Hey, I did my best. Do you actually know how durable this thing is? You disgraced Colbo. Get out of my sight. I thought you had what it took for the job, but I was obviously wrong. Get. Hey, you promised me a reward in exchange for... Don't make me gut you, pal. Earners will make this lovely payment look bad. Like little transitions like that, you know, need some work. But that's how this goes during the development process. Ren, you are correct. I've heard nothing good about Fallout 76, and I literally I played apparently through maybe half of Quiet Man before I was like in group of nondescript, singular graced gang number 2, and I was like, this is real bad. Not a good game. And the combat doesn't even feel good. And it looks kind of like trash. But the live action wasn't the worst. Run around and explore this city. And I don't know, I found it almost like would be kind of like borderline insulting to people that are actually hard of hearing. What I'm looking for is a save spot, by the way. Because, and actually, a little bit over my stream time. It's been 3 hours tonight. But this game is actually good. I mean, I wouldn't say that this is, you know, it's definitely not a complete product, but look at this light sourcing. This game looks great. Like I was saying before, I don't know if like making pretty games has gotten so cheap, or if this team just has a really great, you know, great amount of visual design experience or something. But it's like, it looks great. It needs some polish and some parts as far as like animation, because I'm just gonna do this. Gonna keep this popping. I'll slide, buddy. And a lot of clipping happening, which is again what you'd expect. But yeah, Ren, I mean, I would suggest it, and you know, let me know how it goes, because I would like to hear from other people as well about their experiences with this. Because I mean, I don't usually get in this early access, especially not on stream. But I think I'm gonna stick with this one, playing through it here and there to kind of see how the updates go. Anyways, as always, I thank everyone for joining me tonight. It's been really fun being with you guys and being able to play a game together. It's been really timely for me and been very important. So again, and as usual, I'll be streaming again on Friday, where we will be playing Shadow Hearts again. You know, oh yeah, Sword, 9 people. But yeah, that's the question, 50. Who do you want to raid? That you are the man, so you tell me who. But yeah, Swords is 9 people, and I think they're doing great work. $20, dude. It's not bad, and definitely is a good Christmas break game. Happy about it. So, we can't raid myself. Who would you like to raid? Anybody have any suggestions? It's like /raid somebody, right? Of course, Interceptor. Thank you. Will do, Kangaroo. I'll check you out later. So anybody suggestions? Sora. Sora Space Glassman. So I'll do Lazy Glass Man. /raid. Lazy Glassman. That's how you spell that, right? I think I said it off right. Sure did. Well, anyway, thank you. And oh, Swartz, thank you for the follow. I'll be back again, like I said, Friday. You guys have a great night. Enjoy Lazy's stream. What? That's cool.